What is going on, guys? This is the spear updated skill customization video. I'm gonna do what I did with the dual swords in the last video and then kind of go through it the same way. Alright, so Merciless Barrage, I prefer it because it gives a nice setup that you can do. Stability, it's the only existing Mystic Art. Fluidity doesn't exist to me because you can manually do it. But yeah, high stance, piercing rain, that's kind of what I use because it's good for range, it's good for status application, and it's just a spear-like move. It's kind of something that, for me makes sense. And it's very effective versus both humans and yokai, whereas Spearfall, while it is quicker, it's typically more suited for humans, but you obviously can still use it on yokai. It's just not as effective, but that's my personal point of view. I prefer Piercing Rain. And I got Imperial Strike because it's a multi-hitter, so you gain a bunch of anima from it. High stance, triple threat. I have it on high stance because you'll see later why. And then I put lightning on it for the same thing that I said with the crabs. And then resounding lunge, only option, I believe. Yeah. And then spear flourish, obviously, definitely a good thing to use. Twisting spear, and then fatal thrust or wild spear. I don't like wild spear in this game comparison to 1 because of how badly they nerfed it in this game. It's kind of hinders, for me personally, the spear's flow, because I used to use wild spear cancel quite a bit in Neo 1, and fatal thrust is fun, but I miss wild spear, but it is what it is. Alright, mid stance. Mid stance, I actually forgot to assign this, so let me do this live so people see it. I actually had Masterful Slice on here, not because it's effective or anything, but this is kind of like a meme-worthy skill for me, so I kind of want it to get as much help as possible. Ideally, you would probably put this on Spear Shove, because that would make more sense, but for me personally, in my meming ways, this is kind of what I did. So as you saw, I have triple threat on high because I have entangled on mid, and entangled is mainly, obviously, like I said, it's more for just fun and memes and stuff. It's not really something I would probably use, but I've been using it just because it's a nice change of pace. And I don't even think I have Troll bought, to be honest. No, I don't. So that's what I use. And then Body Swap is my preference because it just has so much utility comparison to Bracing Breeze. Wow, Bracing Breeze is such a phenomenal skill. It's a really cool looking skill. I don't agree with how much key usage it takes for what it does. It's a really cool skill. It's a very cool skill. It's a good addition. It's just, I wish the key usage wasn't as high. I also wish we didn't have to choose skills that conflict. The whole skill conflicting thing is, I don't want to get into that topic, but that's kind of really silly. But anyway, Twisting Spear, that's the only option, obviously. I have mid and low stance, the hold X while guarding turned off because I don't want it to mess up my dodge. Alright, so moving on to low stance. Tornado, I have paralysis on it. I have it on low because you could do a nice quick low stance light attack into, Tornado. It'll pick them up off the ground, force them into a stun lock wake up, and then you can you basically force them into a combo that they won't be able to dodge, because when an enemy is grounded, you have one hit on the ground, obviously if you hit them early enough, and then the second hit wakes them up. So the first hit, you'll hit them with, you know, your light attack, and then because the startup of Tornado, the stomp, has stun properties, it'll force them into a stun wake up, and then you can chain them, you can, you know, guarantee the follow-up chain after it. Spear Bash, only option. Fly Monkey, only option. I put poison on this, and it also affects Cull the Herd, so that's also cool. And Cull the Herd, if you know, does a lot of key damage, does a lot of good status application if you have it. It's a really cool skill, but I don't think I need to tell anyone that. I'm pretty sure everyone who plays Spear knows that. Spear Shove, I like it on low because it feels right to be on low, because it's not really a quick move, but it's more like a, you know, move forward type of skill. I don't want it to take the place of stuff like Entangled or, you know, anything that's on high. I don't use Windmill because on high, obviously, because I don't know, I kind of wanted to like do away with it and use other stuff. As for low stance, Backslash is kind of what I use because, you know, it makes sense. It's a low stance style skill, so, you know, why not use it? I typically like to use skills that are stance exclusive. Most of the time I usually like to keep them. Rainbow Rose, I have Nimble Slice on it because the amount of key this skill takes for what it does is very questionable. So, and it doesn't do damage anyway, so you might as well like reduce its already non-existent damage and reduce its key cost. I do wish this skill had iframes, I really do, but you know, it's technically a dodge, so in theory it should have iframes, but yeah. And then Twisting Spear, and then like I mentioned earlier with the hold attacks like this, I turn them off except on high stance. So, and I only use Fatal Thrust. I don't use Wild Spear for obvious reasons because of the nerf. I don't like how it flows in this game in comparison to 1. So yeah, this is basically my loadout. This is my setup. And you know, if this helps you in any way, that'd be great. And I will see you guys for the Axe one very soon. And take it easy, guys. See ya.